We're at the Littleton Gymnasium here in San Antonio at the Blossom Center. I'm Mark Molina on the call, and we are bringing you tonight's 6A Regional 4A Region 4 Class 6A semifinal between the Los Frsenos Falcons and the Brandeis Broncos. What a game we got here today. A couple of teams with winning ways here. The Brandeis Broncos coming in as the designated home team, sitting at 31-3 overall on the season, while the Falcons come in with a record of 33-3. So how these teams got here, let's go over that a little bit here. Los Frsenos coming into the season riding the monkey on their back with their playoff issues. Never got past the area round in program history. 6 straight district titles, but that was one of the things coming in with a chip on their shoulder. This season they were able to actually win a second round game, then a third round game, and now here they are in the regional tournament, the Sweet 16. Coach Marco Hinojosa talked all season that was one of their goals, and now tonight here they are coming in confident as ever, talking about maybe coming in and playing with house money with a team full of scorers. They defeated Edinburgh North 68-49 in the bi-district round, then defeated Laredo Alexander 48-45, and then defeated Edinburgh Vela 62-49. Talking to Coach Marco Hinojosa before the game, he said there's a lot of excitement and they have a tough task ahead of them, taking on these Brandeis Broncos. They're a really experienced team. They can shoot very well, and he said that they're very fundamentally sound. They're going to try to throw a lot of different things at them defensively, but it's going to be a hard task to slow down. There's a lot of good scorers on that team. You look at senior Tanner Brown, 6'3" senior, coming in averaging 15.4 points per game, as does senior Kyle Schaefer, the 6'3" man, also averaging 15.4, and also a junior 6'2", Gavin Gibson, averaging 10 points per game for the Broncos. So they can score, and they can score in bunches, and they've shown it during these playoffs. They came in defeating Churchill 86-55 and by district, and in the area round defeated Bowie 53-50, and then they defeated Anderson 56-39. And they come in. We spoke with Coach Mark Gardner before the game, and he says they're blessed with a wealth of experience. They only lost about 3 players from last season. They're focused, they're ready, and he said the key is to just come in and stay in front of these Los Frsenos Falcons, as the Falcons have been known to be able to drive, dish, they're able to shoot. And you look at the Falcons, they have a lot of scorers, and it all starts with freshman sensation Jerry Martinez, the 5'11" freshman coming in, leading the team, averaging 16.5 points per game, followed by Elian Gonzalez, a former district MVP in his own right, 12.3 points per game. Ricky Altamirano, he's been playing well, 15.7 points per game, and Luis Gonzalez, 11.8 points. So a lot of good scorers here tonight on display. But let's take a quick break, and we're going to be back with the tip-off soon right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask
located at 20880 Parker Road in Santa Rosa. Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
It's Truck Month at Hacienda Ford. What is Truck Month? It's when all the trucks are discounted the most, because Hacienda Ford knows whether you're hauling tools to the job site, hauling the kids to practice, or simply hauling ass. Hacienda Ford has the truck for you. With over 300 Ford trucks in stock, you can quit dreaming about the Ford truck you've always wanted and wake up and drive it. Hacienda Ford Truck Month. Hacienda has it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live coming to you from San Antonio at the Blossom Athletic Center, the Littleton Gymnasium for the Class 6A Region 4 semifinal. Los Frsenos taking on Brandeis here as the starting lineups getting announced. Just want to remind everybody to go follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and find us on YouTube. Anywhere you do your social media, look us up. That's Real Sports Live. A lot of good sports today. We had Kevin Naro at softball, and then we have regional tournaments galore here. Not only us, but we have back in Kingsville at the Region 4A tournament. Jaime Gonzalez has the call there for Real Sports Live, covering Hidalgo and Bernie and Pleasanton and Houston Stafford. And then Joe Bowling, also here in San Antonio at the Class 5A Region 4 tournament as Sharyland Pioneer takes on Harlan. And then we will also bring you Santa Maria at the Class 2A Region 4 tournament. So we'll have that for you later tonight. So keep it here with Real Sports Live. So we're about to get started here with tip-off as the teams huddle up for the last time. About to kick off the 2020 Region 4 Class 6A tournament.
Falcons will be in the maroon, Broncos in the white.
We're about to get going. And then we talked about Los Frsenos. Has never been here before. This is their first ever regional tournament. It's something they've talked about all season long, and here they are. They've had a lot of talented teams before, but something about this team just really stands out. Coach Marco Hinojosa talks about discipline. He said that's gotten them here.
5:30 is our game time.
And here we go. We're going to have Ricky Altamirano jumping against Ty Fontenant. And we're off.
Brandeis control.
The Broncos control the opening tip. And here's a drive by Gibson. Gibson passes it back out on the wing. That's Andrew Lazenbat loses it. Here comes the Falcons the other way. Ricky Altamirano. He's played very well this year, as have the Falcons overall, as we talk about the talent they've had in this program. To be here at this point, just a lot of good scorers on this team and a lot of good role players. They've talked about how deep this team has been this season, and it's been on this display these playoffs. As the Falcons just passing the ball on the perimeter, and Brandeis doing a good job of not allowing the penetration early. That's one thing they wanted to do, and Los Frsenos, they pass it out to Altamirano. He takes a three on the wing, puts it in.
32, Ricky Altamirano.
It's a big three going early, and something that Los Frsenos needs to do, as they give a few inches of height to most of these Brandeis players.
Number 10, Gonzalez. Bronco ball for baseline.
Brandeis going to be inbounding. They get it inside to Gibson. Gibson's going to drive on Martinez. He stops, shoots, banks it in.
Basket 32, Gavin Gibson.
Brandeis with the answer. Altamirano, he's going to drive. He gives the dish, and he loses it to Fontenot. Fontenot comes the other way, doesn't have numbers. Gives it to a trailing Schaefer, and Schaefer with the layup gives the Broncos the lead. And back the other way, that's Aldrighetti. A couple of quick drives to the basket by both teams. Los Fresnos leads 5-4. Here's the baseline drive. They go inside to Gibson. And gives it, sends it out to wide open Lazenbat. And Lazenbat sinks the tray. And here's Gonzalez with a quick answer.
Three ball, number 10, Elion Gonzalez.
The Falcons from downtown 2 for 2 early. And here's Schaefer easily gets in the lane for the layup. Both teams can score, and you can see it here on display early. Los Fresnos, 2 of their field goals coming from beyond the arc. They can shoot, they can also drive, and I think Brandeis will be content letting the Falcons shoot from the perimeter. As Altamirano, he drives, he gets into the lane, he misses, rebound Fontenot. And hey, they give it to Schaefer in the lane. Schaefer scoops it up and puts it in.
Kyle Schaefer.
And he's going to be one to look for. Schaefer already has 6 points here in the early going. And here's Gonzalez. Nearly throws it away. Brandeis comes up with it. Brandeis coming back the other way. And there's a layup by Lazenbat. And Coach Marco Hinojosa is going to want to talk about it. Timeout on the floor. Let's take a quick break. This is Real Sports Live.
Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Stop by today and enjoy the food at the La Feria Cafe. Great food made to order. Handmade tortillas daily. Breakfast, lunch, and Fridays. La Feria Cafe, open 7 days a week off of Business 83 in La Feria, Texas.
And we're back here at the regional tournament. And here's the three. That's Luis Gonzalez. And Los Fresnos, big answer there. Los Fresnos, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Coming out. So that's something a little different that the Falcons are throwing. Brandeis wanting to keep Los Fresnos in front of him, keep him from dishing, and here's Los Fresnos shooting from beyond the arc early to combat that. And here's the three by Tanner Brown. He misses, gets his own rebound, goes back up with it, misses, and that's Altamirano on the rebound. Falcons looking to tie it. Here's Martinez. He's been quiet here early. And Brandeis is doing a really good job of keeping these Falcons in the perimeter. As Altamirano, he drives, and he gets the little roll. Tie the game, and Los Fresnos coming out strong after that timeout. And here's Schaefer. He drives, he passes out to Sam Gray. Back to Schaefer. He's swinging around to Brown. And Gibson's going to shoot the corner three. He misses. Altamirano gets the board. Los Fresnos looking for the lead. Altamirano, he's going to drive. He's had success. He goes up and he gets another layup. Altamirano has 7 points here early on. Few drives to the basket. He's looked sharp. A 7-0 run by Los Fresnos. Coming out of that timeout is Gibson in the corner. Tries another three. He misses. And Gonzalez comes out with the rebound. They're going to say it was out of bounds. Last touch by Los Fresnos. It's going to be Brandeis ball.
Bronco ball on the side.
Gonzalez comes up with the turnover, and he's driving. He gives it to a trailing Altamirano, and Altamirano a little too hard at the rack. Here come the Broncos. Lazenbat puts it up. It rolls off, and Gibson with the putback.
32 with the putback. Gavin Gibson.
Fast-paced game. Martinez, long three. Too hard off the back of the iron. Altamirano gets the rebound, saves it. Gonzalez, nifty move. He gets in the lane, and they're going to say he traveled. Los Fresnos crowd not liking that. Is Gonzalez going to sit down? Alex Moreno, the junior, going to check in for Los Fresnos. 15 all here, coming up on a minute to play, about a minute 10 to go here in the opening quarter. They go inside to Schaefer. Here's Gibson on the wing. Gives it to Lazenbat. Cole Cervantes on the drive, gives it to Gibson. Back to Cervantes in the corner. Cervantes with the jumper, misses. Rebound, Los Fresnos. Both these teams not making it easy defensively for the other to get into the paint and get drives. Coming up on about 30 seconds. Aldriguetti sends it out to Moreno. Guarded closely by Gibson. And Moreno nowhere to go with it. He finds a little bit of a crease. He scoops it up and he goes in against the larger defender. About 6 seconds to go. Lazenbat, he gets in the lane with a quick answer. And that's how the quarter is going to end. Back and forth game here in the first quarter. Los Fresnos, Brandeis exchanging swings. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back with the second quarter. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
And we're back. About 20 seconds to go before the second quarter. And you talked about it early in the game. We expected these teams to come out and score. And it's only 17 points apiece, but fast pace, answers, runs. You've had it all here in the early going. Brandeis doing a good job in not letting Los Fresnos penetrate, but the Falcons got it going. In particular, Ricky Altamirano, he has 7 points early to match Kyle Schaefer for the Broncos. With 17 all, Los Fresnos going to inbound here to open the second quarter. They inbound to Martinez, who the leading scorer on the team, held scoreless here in the early going. But that's the thing about Los Fresnos. You shut down one scorer, you still got a couple you got to contend with. Gonzalez, he's going to drive on Gibson. He gets to the hole, he gets blocked. They're going to stay out of bounds. They try to get it in and off the leg of Gonzalez. Brandeis ball. They have Gibson in the corner. Gibson dumps it inside to Fontenot. Back out to Gibson. And Gibson gives it to Brown. Turnaround jumper. Misses. Altamirano try to get the rebound. They're going to call a foul. That's going to be the first on Brandeis. It's going to be Los Fresnos ball. They're going to call that foul on Fontenot, his first. Game slowing down a little bit here in the early going. Tony Aldriguetti, he's going to drive against Gibson. Gibson cuts him off. Back out to Martinez. Martinez, he sees a crease. He goes, he puts it up a little too hard. Rebound, Brandeis. Broncos coming back the other way. Lazenbat goes cross court. Bad pass. Looks like he was trying to get it to Tanner Brown. Couldn't hold on to it. There's a turnover. Los Fresnos ball. After that fast-paced first quarter, neither team has hit from the field in nearly a minute and a half of play. As Altamirano goes hard to the rim, and he gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line for the first free throws of the game for either team. Playing very disciplined defense here. Just 3 fouls total. This is going to be the first shooting foul, and that one's going to go against Kyle Schaefer. Altamirano at the line shooting 2. Misses the first one. Altamirano leading all scorers right now. It's 7 points. Followed by Elian Gonzalez with 3. Luis Gonzalez with 3. And Altamirano splits the free throws, gives Los Fresnos the lead. 18-17, 6:22 to go here in the first quarter. And there's a triple by Schaefer. First hit from the field for either team this second quarter. Gonzalez drives, gets cut off. Gonna drive again, stops, puts it up off the glass. Gets the bucket to tie the game. Gonzalez has 5. Out to Lazenbat. Immediately covered by Gonzalez. Gives it back to the wing. Lazenbat drives back to Gibson. Gibson sees a double team. Lazenbat deep in the corner. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Cross-court pass to Schaefer. Schaefer's going to try another 3, and he gets it. Back-to-back triples for Schaefer. Altamirano loses it underneath the basket. And here come the Broncos after that turnover. It's going to be so important for Los Fresnos to take care of the basketball. For both teams, really. And Lazenbat too hard. Rebounded by Fontenot. He loses it. Gonzalez comes up with it. Up ahead to Luis Gonzalez. Back to a trailing Altamirano. Altamirano ducks the defender. Gets the bucket. Even though the Falcons look outsized here, they're not getting beat on the boards. Very scrappy team. Gibson wide open for 3. A little too hard. Rebound Schaefer underneath. And there's a whistle. They're going to call a foul. And that's going to be on Gonzalez. Just the second foul on the Falcons. Inbound to Gibson. Gibson's going to drive. Gibson gets the hole for the bucket. Los Fresnos trailing by 3. Gonzalez in the corner. Misses. Rebound Brandeis, and here come the Broncos trying to add to their lead. Gibson gets in the lane, and he has a little too hard. Rebound by Fontenot, passes it back out. And that was Lazenbat. He misses. Here comes Gonzalez, quick the other way. Gonzalez, one man to beat with the easy bucket in transition under a defender. Los Fresnos trails by 1. Here's Schaefer. The baseline turnaround. Little layup, try to put it in. Can't.
Number 20, Cole Cervantes in for.
Out of bounds. Going to be Los Fresnos' ball. Saw Schaefer stop his momentum, turn around, and try to scoop in that layup. Just missed the mark there a bit. And here's Los Fresnos trying to retake the lead. Gonzalez, he's going to drive. He stops, dishes out. Altamirano, long three from the wing. Miss. That's Fontenot with the board. Coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Schaefer dribbles the baseline. Passes out. Here's a jump over by Cervantes. Miss. Luis Gonzalez. Rebound. Here comes the Falcons. Pull up three by Martinez. Misses. Out of bounds. He's going to stay with the Falcons. They're going to say it was off Brandeis. So that missed by Martinez, the top scorer for the Falcons. Still scoreless to this point. But other players have picked up the slack, particularly Elian Gonzalez, 7 points, and Ricky Altamirano to lead Los Fresnos with 10 points. Leading all scorers is Schaefer with 12 from Brandeis. Here's Gonzalez. Cross court to Luis Gonzalez. Rims in and out. Here's Altamirano. Tried to save it. Goes out of bounds. They go inside of Fontenot. Tried to dump it off and gave it to a trailing Tanner Brown, and Brown able to go up, get it, come down, and put it back in. Brandeis leads by 3. We're inside of 2 minutes to go. Elian Gonzalez, long three, misses a little too hard. Rebound Fontenot. The Falcons going a little cold from the floor. Here's Schaefer, deep three in the corner. Miss, gets his own rebound. Back out to Fontenot. And to give it to Lazenbat. And Lazenbat back to Cervantes, who controls it. Here's a three by Tanner Brown. A little too hard. Elian Gonzalez saves it. Coming back the other way. Los Fresnos down by 3. 1:08 to go here in the first quarter. Los Fresnos struggling the last couple of minutes from the field. Content to slow it down here and have a strong finish to this quarter, in which they've scored just 7 points. Altamirano loses the ball. Out of bounds. It's going to be out on Brandeis. Coming up on 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Falcons trailing by 3. Altamirano drives, stops, throws it out to Aldriguetti. Back to Luis Gonzalez in the corner. He's going to dribble, and he gets the bucket on the drive. Los Fresnos patient on that possession, paid off. 10 seconds to go. Let's see what the Broncos can do. Lazenbat gets in the lane, misses. Cervantes, straightaway 3, gets blocked, and that's how the half's going to end. Brandeis leads Los Fresnos 27-26. We're at halftime of this Class 6A Region 4 semifinal. Los Fresnos Brandeis exchanging blows early on. Slowed down a bit in the second half, but the Broncos lead heading into the break. Speaking of breaks, we're going to take one of our own, and we'll be back.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Kansai Engineering. Located at 1117 Stewart Place Road in Harlingen. Thank you, Kansai Engineering, for sponsoring tonight's game.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Palmview, Alton, Westlaco, and Farr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete, located at 20880 Parker Road in Santa Rosa. Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live. We're here at the half. About 7.5 minutes to go before we come back with the third quarter. Some quick notes early on. Leading scorer for the game, Kyle Schaefer, with 12 points early on to lead the Broncos. And for Los Frsenos, Ricky Altamirano in double digits with 10. Elian Gonzalez followed with 7, and Luis Gonzalez with 5. Those last two Gonzalez's, each with a three-pointer in the early going. But the big story, the freshman phenom, the kid everybody's been talking about, Jerry Martinez, held scoreless. Again, coming in averaging 16.5 points per game. But the rest of the team pulling their weight. And it's a 27-26 chess match in the early going. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, before the end of the half, Los Frsenos doing a really good job on the boards, even though they give up a couple of inches of height to some of these players, usually larger defenders. But Los Frsenos found ways to get into the lane and capitalized. Something that Mark Gardner, head coach of Brandeis, wants to cut off. But Los Frsenos has gotten into the paint and they've shot well from the perimeter, but so has Brandeis. Very similar in the way these teams are playing this game, but Los Frsenos, really important for them to keep it up on the boards, especially since they are the smaller team. But the winner of this game will take on the winner of the players that we have currently on the floor, the Congress Judson Rockets and the Laredo United Longhorns out here for a shoot-around. They will follow this game. They will follow this game, and the winner will play tomorrow for the 2 p.m. regional final game. So the winner of these two games will play for a chance at the Class 6A Final Four. The winner of the tournament bound for the state semifinals. So coming up on about 5 minutes on the half, we're going to take another break. I'm Mark Molina, and this is Real Sports Live.
Truck Month at Hacienda Ford. What is Truck Month? It's when all the trucks are discounted the most because Hacienda Ford knows whether you're hauling tools to the job site, hauling the kids to practice, or simply hauling ass. Hacienda Ford has the truck for you. With over 300 Ford trucks in stock, you can quit dreaming about the Ford truck you've always wanted and wake up and drive it. Hacienda Ford Truck Month. Hacienda has it.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Stop by today and enjoy the food at the La Feria Cafe. Great food made to order, handmade tortillas daily, breakfast, lunch, and Friday stop in for supper. The La Feria Cafe, open 7 days a week off of Business 83 in La Feria, Texas.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Skansa Engineering. Located at 1117 Stewart Place Road in Harlingen. Thank you, Casa Engineering, for sponsoring tonight's game.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. I'm Mark Molina, live from San Antonio here at the 2020 Class 6A Region 4 basketball tournament. We're here at the Blossom Center bringing you coverage of the Brandeis Broncos and the Los Frsenos Falcons. Winner will advance to the region final tomorrow afternoon, right back here for a 2 p.m. game against the Converse Judson Rockets and the Laredo United Longhorns. But a whole half of basketball still to be settled, coming up on about a minute to go at half. Go over the point totals once again. Ricky Altamirano leads Los Frsenos with 10. Elian Gonzalez with 7. And over at Brandeis, Kyle Schaefer leads with 12 points to lead the overall scorers. And Los Frsenos and Brandeis just giving each other answers the whole game. It seems like they've exchanged buckets. Each team's gone on a little bit of a run. Nothing too drastic. Nobody's really taking a lead of more than 5 here so far. But here we go. Brandeis Broncos gonna inbound. Broncos leading 27-26. And here's a triple by Lazenbat to open the second half. The Broncos take a 30-26 lead here early on. Falcons trailing by 4. Just 6 losses between the teams this entire season. Inside to Ricky Altamirano, a little too hard off the back of the rim, misses, rebound. Brandeis coming back the other way. Here's Lazenbat being guarded by Jerry Martinez, the freshman for Los Fresnos. And there's a missed three by Tanner Brown. Rebounded. Los Fresnos coming back the other way. Altamirano dishes. And looks like they're going to call a foul on Brandeis.
Gavin Gibson called for the first.
They're going to call it on Gavin Gibson. That's the first foul of the half. As Los Fresnos inbounds the ball. Not a lot of fouls in this game either. No team entered the bonus or anything like that during the first half. Just combined 5 fouls, I believe, this entire game. Here's Martinez. He gets in the lane. He with the runner. And he gets the bounce. His first points of the game. The freshman. He's got to get going. See if that shot from the field sparks them a little bit. They go inside to Fontenot. Fontenot turns around. Had a flock of Falcons there waiting for him. Goes out of bounds. Going to stay with Brandeis. They get it inside to Schaefer. Leading scorer with 12 points. Followed by Lazenbat with 10. Schaefer dishes in the corner to Lazenbat. Misses. Rebound Altamirano. And here come the Falcons. Can tie the game or take the lead with the 3. And here's Martinez. Martinez looking for another bucket. He gets blocked by Fontenot, and they're going to call a foul. And Martinez going to go to the line. Made his first bucket a little while ago. And he's back at the line for his first free throws of the game. That's going to be the second foul on Brandeis this half. That's going to be the second on Fontenot as Martinez sinks the free throw. Martinez makes them both to tie the game. And just like that, Martinez has 4 quick points here in the last couple of minutes. 30 all here. 5:23 to go in the third quarter. Gibson's going to drive. And he gets the ball taken away from him by Elian Gonzalez. Gonzalez coming up the court. Gonzalez, he drives, he puts it up, goes to the ground, miss. And Altamirano and Fontenot get tied up, and they're going to call the foul on Altamirano as both players nearly went to the floor fighting for it. Lazenbat passes it out to Tanner Brown, who sinks the triple, and the Broncos back out in front. Martinez, he goes in for the score, and he's got 6 after that bucket. Martinez starting to feel it a little bit more as Gibson with the corner 3, back-to-back 3 for the Broncos. And Gonzalez comes back the other way with the layup, banks it home. (36-34). Back-to-back 3 by Brandeis, but Los Fresnos coming back with answers on the other end. Gibson gave it to Fontenot, who lost it, and back come the Falcons. Gonzalez gives it to Altamirano. Altamirano with the jumper on the elbow and gets the kind little roll to tie the game. The long jumper from just inside the elbow there. And we got a timeout by Brandeis. Coach Gardner wants to talk about it. And let's take a quick break with the timeout on the floor. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Palmview, Alton, West Laco, and Farr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
And we're back after that timeout. Brandeis wanting to talk about it as Los Frsenos just keeps answering. Saw the Broncos with back-to-back threes take a lead, but each time the Falcons answer. And there's an answer by Andrew Lazenbat to give the Broncos the lead back. Martinez with a deep three, comes up short. Misses everything. Here's Gibson with the rebound. Schaefer gives out to Gibson on the wing, a little bit too hard. Back come the Falcons. Here's Gonzalez, quick the other way. Scoops it up, scoops it in. Elian Gonzalez with the answer, 38 all. And the Falcons. There's a lot of energy coming out of the half. Fontenot gives it out to Gibson. Gibson looking for somewhere to go with it. Sends it out to Lazenbat. Lazenbat's going to dribble. He goes to the hole, and he scores.
15 for the basket. Fisher's timeout. Sub in, number 20.
And we're getting a sub
Coach Brandeis in for Brandeis. Number 4.
on the floor. Aldrighetti
Alex Moreno.
leads the game, and Moreno coming in. Here's Los Frsenos. Let's see if they got another answer in them. Trailing 40-38. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Martinez loses the ball. And there's a turnover. The Broncos coming back the other way with it. Lazenbat, he gets in the lane. They're going to call the foul.
Foul called on number 4. That's Moreno.
And they're going to call that one on Moreno. Just the second foul for Los Frsenos this half. Brandeis inbounds. Schaefer's been quiet this third quarter, hasn't scored. Here's Gibson. Hard to the rack. Over a couple of defenders. Gets the roll, gets the foul. He'll go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
Foul called on number 10, Elian Gonzalez. Basket's good by 32. Gavin Gibson, he has one more.
Gibson at the line, trying to convert on this three-point play to give Brandeis a 5-point lead. Can't sink the bucket. And here come the Falcons trailing by 4. Gonzalez drives, tries to scoop it in, gets blocked. Out of bounds, going to stay with Los Frsenos. Altamirano going to inbound on the baseline. Gives it to Moreno. And Gonzalez at the top of the key. He's going to dribble, he's going to drive. There's a foul on the drive. They're going to call that foul on Cole Cervantes, the third on the Broncos this half. Gonzalez drives, dishes to Moreno, deep corner three, misses. Moreno gets his own rebound, back to the basket, puts it up and puts it in. What a sequence there by Moreno. Misses and hustles to the ball and able to scoop it back in and for the layup. They give it to Cervantes underneath over Altamirano. The Broncos back up by 4. Inside of 40 seconds to go. Gonzalez passes out to Martinez. Martinez looks at the clock, slows it down a little bit. He's got some time to think about it. Martinez guarded closely by Cervantes. As Martinez holds on to it. Inside of 10 seconds now. Martinez is going to drive under the defender, and he puts it in. What a move by Martinez. Was patient there, and that's how the half is going to end. 2-point game here still as the Falcons trail the Broncos 44-42. 8 more minutes to play. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete, located at 20880 Parker Road in Santa Rosa. Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We're back with Real Sports Live. Fourth quarter about to get going. 44-42. Brandeis leads. Falcons going to inbound. Jerry Martinez with the ball. What a quarter for him in the third quarter. He had 8 points. Here he is with the runner. A little hard. Rebound by Tony Aldriguetti. He goes back up with it. There's a scuffle for the ball. Fontenot ends up with it. Here's Brandeis. With a 2-point lead. The winner moving on to the Region 4 Class 6A final against either Judson or Laredo United. Lazenbat gives it up to Schaefer for a straight-ahead 3. He misses. Fontenot gets the rebound, turns around a little too hard to the rack. Gibson gets the rebound, and he's corralled by a couple of Falcons. And they're going to say out of bounds off Schaefer. Schaefer doesn't like that call. So it's going to be Los Fresnos ball with 7:12 left. Falcons trailing by 2. So I remind everybody out there, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Here's Martinez. He misses on the long 3 rebound. Follow us on all our social media accounts. Real Sports Live, wherever you do your social media. Inside of 7 minutes to play here in the Class 6A Region 4 semifinal. Brandeis leading Los Fresnos 44-42. Schaefer back to Lazenbat. Lazenbat drives, dishes, Schaefer stops, pulls up, misses a little too hard. Rebounded by Brown. Brown goes back up with it, and he banks it home. Brandeis leading 46-42. Gonzalez dribbles inside, gives it Martinez deep in the corner. Martinez, he's going to drive, gives it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the corner 3, and he sinks it. And there's a timeout on the floor. Los Fresnos just doesn't go away as Brandeis. Excuse me, that's a Los Fresnos timeout. We're going to take a timeout here. Quick break. I'm Mark William on Real Sports Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live at the Jimmy Littleton Gymnasium in San Antonio at the Class 6A Region 4 tournament. Brandeis leading Los Fresnos 46-45. Seems like the Broncos have had the lead for a good amount of this game, but have not been able to pull away from a sharpshooting Los Fresnos team as Gibson gets in the lane and puts in a basket over a couple of defenders. Brandeis has put together small runs here and there, but Los Fresnos has always had an answer as Altamirano goes to the basket and he loses it. Back the other way are the Broncos. Lazenbach gives it to Fontenot, and Fontenot goes inside. He missed, gets his own rebound. Back out to Schaefer, swings it around to Brown, and Brown, he puts it in for three. 6-point lead for the Broncos, their biggest of the game. Gonzalez, he loses off his foot. They're going to say that it was off of Brandeis. Lazenbach. And they're going to call a foul on Lazenbach, excuse me. Martinez gets into the corner. He dribbles, scoops up under, and he gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line. Foul goes over, called on Tanner Brown. His first of the game, just the fifth of the half for Brandeis as Martinez misses that bucket, that freebie. Martinez gets the split, makes it a 5-point game. Brandeis looking for a bit of a cushion down the stretch here as Martinez gets called for the foul there on Schaefer. It's going to be his first of the game. The fourth of the half for the Falcons. Here's Lazenbach. Back to Lazenbach, gives it to Gibson. Gibson, he's going to drive, and he dribbles it back out to the top of the key. Lazenbach going to drive on the smaller Martinez, who locks him up there pretty good. And here's Schaefer. Schaefer's going to drive. He goes directly at Gonzalez. Rolls off the rim. Fontenot with the putback and the foul. Fontenot's first points of the game, and what a time to get him. And now he's going to get an and one opportunity. That's the third foul on Gonzalez. And Fontenot makes it an 8-point game. Now the largest of the game for Brandeis. Gonzalez, he tries a three from the perimeter. Rebound Gibson. And the Broncos can feel it. They've got momentum. And Gonzalez went for the ball, and he's going to pick up his fourth foul as he fouls Gibson. That's the sixth foul for Los Fresnos. One more, and Brandeis will enter the bonus. They give it to Gibson. Gibson sends it to the corner, and that's Tanner Brown for three. It's an 11-point lead. Aldriguetti hard to the rack, and he's going to go to the line. Brandeis pulling away here. 3:28 to go. Has put together the biggest run of the game. And what a time for them to do it as they're pulling away from a Los Fresnos team that has seemingly had an answer all night long until now. As Aldriguetti at the line makes it a 10-point game. Brandeis has had a little bit of explosion here in the fourth quarter as Aldrigetti makes it a 9-point game. 4 Broncos on the floor in double figure, everybody except for Fontenot. Schaefer's got 12, Gibson's got 13. Brown's got 13. Lazenbat, he's got 14 to lead all scorers. And here's Gibson. He drives in, he gets cut off. Schaefer, straightaway 3. Schaefer scores. A 12-point lead. Time running out here for Los Frsenos. Picked away by Schaefer. Lazenbat goes to the ground. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow going to go over to Brandeis. .241 to go. Brandeis leading by 12 with the ball. Devastating 3 in that last possession by Schaefer. To make it a 12-point game. We're inside of 2.5 minutes to go. The Broncos can sniff the regional final. They're going to call a travel there on Fontenot. It's had a bit of a rough game. Here comes the Falcons. Martinez gives it to the wing for an Elian Gonzalez 3. Rebound by Tanner Brown. He throws it up ahead to Gibson. Back over to Brown. Schaefer, he's going to dribble the baseline. Hands it off to Gibson. Gibson goes up under a couple of defenders and he puts it in. Martinez on the drive. 1:50 to go. Brandeis now leads 62-48. Big quarter for these Broncos. It took the better part of 3 quarters, but the Broncos finally pulling ahead and getting that cushion it's been looking for all night long. Martinez makes both free throws. He's got 11 points. Pass up ahead. Here's Brown. Brown attacks the rim. Elian Gonzalez was there. Gonzalez brings it back the other way. Gonzalez goes at Fontenot. Loses the ball out of bounds. Ball's going to go over to Brandeis. Gibson drives, gives it over to Fontenot, who passes it out to Lazenbat. Gives it over to Tanner Brown. And the Broncos trying to play keep away and salt away this clock. Lazenbat drives, passes it out. Schaefer's going to drive. Schaefer goes to the rim. What a game he's had. As he adds to his point total with that layup, he has 17. Martinez back the other way. Los Frsenos takes a full timeout as their season winding down, it looks like. 52 seconds to go. Let's take a quick break. This is Mark Molina, Real Sports Live.
Hacienda Ford. What is Truck Month? It's when all the trucks are discounted the most, because Hacienda Ford knows whether you're hauling tools to the job site, hauling the kids to practice, or simply hauling ass. Hacienda Ford has the truck for you. With over 300 Ford trucks in stock, you can quit dreaming about the Ford truck you've always wanted and wake up and drive it. Hacienda Ford Truck Month. Hacienda has it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Molina, Real Sports Live, here for the conclusion of the Class 6A Region 4 semifinals. The Brandeis Broncos have seized momentum here in the fourth quarter and have pulled away from the Los Frsenos Falcons, leading 64-52. We talked about earlier, the Falcons all night long, just that gritty, tough team that with an answer to everything, seemingly just running out of answers in the fourth quarter to a powerful Brandeis Broncos team that, as advertised, shoots the ball really well, and they've shown it here in the third quarter with a few three-pointers to really pull ahead. And there's a timeout on the floor as Lazenbat got corralled there a little bit. Be a 30-second timeout here on the floor. But even scoring for these Broncos, as Schaefer with 17 points, he had a straightaway three a little while ago that really seemingly put the game out of reach. It was a 9-point game until that point, and with somewhat of a dagger. Followed by Gavin Gibson. He's had 15 points. Andrew Lazenbat 14, and Tanner Brown with 13. And Brandeis just passing the ball around over the last 20 seconds here. Schaefer dribbles it back out. And Marco Hinojosa says not to foul, and that's how this game's going to end, with Brandeis dribbling it out. A very game Falcons for the first three quarters, but Brandeis pulls away in the fourth quarter. Very good sportsmanship by Los Frsenos here as Ricky Altamirano claps his way off the floor to meet his teammates. But that's going to be it. Great season for the Los Frsenos Falcons, beating the Sweet 16 for the first time in history. But they fall to the Brandeis Broncos 64-52. The Broncos will move on to the regional final tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. to meet the winner of Converse Judson Laredo United. And that's going to be it for us here. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live. Have a good night. Thank you for watching.